What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind back again. Now, this weekend, I've been watching the trailer for Star Wars Resistance, or as I've come to call it affectionately, Star Wars Resistance is futile. Why? Because, judging by what you see in the trailer, this is an exercise in futility. This whole series, it makes no sense. Now, this is supposed to be coming out, what, in October? October 7th, to be exact, on the Disney Channel. Nothing says cutting edge like the Disney Channel, but hey, it's owned by Disney, so that's the way they're gonna do it. Now, supposedly, this series is supposed to take place something like 6 months before the events of The Force Awakens. 6 months before the events of The Force Awakens. That is a pivotal moment in Star Wars history. That 6 months. I can only imagine the stories they're going to tell in that 6 months before The Force Awakens. It's just in the trailer, right? Already, by the way, guys, already the articles I'm beginning to notice are coming out talking about how the Star Wars fans, they're so impossible to please. Oh, what more do they want? It's so funny watching the tears of the Star Wars fans. I'll leave the link in the description box, the exact article that I'm talking about, where people are just getting off, man. It's so fucking sick. It's like they're getting off on the fact that we can't get no satisfaction. You know what I mean? It's like we just can't, no matter what. Disney, Lucasfilm, they seem determined to just not give the fans what they want. Why would you spend this type of money? And I'm assuming that it does cost a lot of money, even though the animation looks cheap as hell. They're spending a lot of money to give us a story that happens 6 months before the events of The Force Awakens. It's like, God forbid, if you're going to, because at first they said they were going to give us, you know, the time between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Okay, technically this is in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, but damn, 6 months before The Force Awakens? You know, like, we have questions, right? It's like those of us who care anyway, and that number is going down every day. But those of us who care, we just want to know what happened after Return of the Jedi to make our heroes the way they were in The Force Awakens and certainly in The Last Jedi. You know what I mean? Like, what happened between Han, Luke, and Leia? And Lando. You can throw him in there too, even though, you know, we already know he's supposed to be on some freak shit, but okay. So God forbid they would go back that far and tell the story, perhaps, of what happened with them, then lead up to how Snoke was able to corrupt Kylo, even though he was training under his uncle, how he gained access to him. It's like all of these things are compelling stories. It was set up, man, so why not tell us? You know what I mean? But no, in the trailer, they don't even show us a bad guy. You know what I mean? It's like if you watch the trailer, and I'll leave the link to that also, you know, in the description box, I suppose, you know, but they don't even have the decency to show a threat. You know, all you see are these really Disney-friendly looking characters, cartoon characters, running around, pratfalling, you know, doing some dumb stuff in BB-8 is, who cares? It's like even the Smurfs, even if you watch a trailer for the Smurfs, they have the decency to show Gargamel. You know, like in the beginning it's la na 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 na, and then it's like and then you see the threat, Gargamel. It's like in this one, they're just walking around la 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 la, and they're just like that through the whole video. No threat, no and the best thing we get is a brief glimpse of Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma, who has died in 2 movies now, and I'm assuming, like, you know what would be cool? One thing that could be cool about this, and they could totally work this in, like as a running gag, if Captain Phasma dies in every episode, you know what I mean? So it could kind of be like South Park, you know, where Captain Phasma gets killed in every episode, and then you get a stormtrooper who says, "They killed Captain Phasma! You bastards!" You know what I mean? And then, like, at the end of the series, it's always that same stormtrooper, but then at the end of the series, he takes off the helmet, and it's FM 187. You know what I mean? But it can't be Finn, because remember, he wasn't actually named at that point. You know, Poe hadn't, like, gotten him out of the kennel, or wherever it was that he pulled him from and named him like a dog. You know what I mean? So he's still FN 2187, I believe it is, you know. And God forbid they show Finn's origins, you know, since it's got to be like before The Force Awakens. Like, where did Finn come from? Did he have any kin? You know, no, that's just too much, you know. It's giving your audience too much credit. Oh, it's supposed to be for kids. Well, I don't know about your kids, but my kid is pretty damn intelligent, and he's going to be asking these questions. You know what I mean? So you just can't explain it away by saying, oh, it's just for kids, and we all know the kids are stupid, so we don't have to explain anything. Just buy the toys, kids, just buy the toys. No, that's not the way it works. You know, so here it is. Once again, Disney Lucasfilm coming half-ass with Star Wars, proving once again they haven't the foggiest clue of what they're doing, and it's so frustrating. If you're going to be spending money, you know, and by the way, the animation looks cheesy, you know what I mean, and you can tell they're spending money on it. It's obviously, it's got, you know, like some type of, you know, crispy computer looking kind of thing that's made to look cartoony, you know what I mean. But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of full retard Star Blazers. You know what, you remember, guys, you know, those of us who are like a certain age, you might remember there was an old anime series back in the day, freaking classic, Star Blazers. Our Star Blazers! You remember that, guys? Alright, so Star Blazers was like, it was the freaking bomb, you know what I mean? It was so detailed, it was so technical, it was emotional, there was a sense of irony, you know what I mean? And there was a sense of tragedy as well, you know, and they told their story. And that's what they could have been going for if you were going to do a story of the Resistance, you know, but there's no sense of urgency when you look at this. There's nothing that says, you know, that sense of desperation, you know. I can't see it, you know. I just can't see how this one's going to be a winner, and you know, they're going to want to sell toys and stuff like that behind all of this. But guys, you have to come up with a compelling story. I just don't see it. Now, I'm willing to give this a chance. I am. Okay, so for all of the articles that are saying, oh, Star Wars fans were just so impossible to please and stuff like that, look, if everyone saw this trailer and said, oh, bravo, we can't wait, it just looks like the best thing, Emmys, just throw awards at it, everyone would be like, great. But just because people are critical doesn't mean that they're impossible to please. It just means that we know our shit, and we know when we see something whether or not it looks like it's going to appeal to us or not, right? So this is what I'm seeing. I'm just not seeing the plot. I'm not seeing the you know, the appeal. I'm just not seeing the appeal. Will I watch it? Yeah, curiosity. I'm not paying any money, you know, so yeah, I'll check it out and everything, and I'll probably talk about it on the channel. But you know, based upon what I've seen, dude, it's like you guys, Disney, Lucasfilm, you can come up with much better than this, you know. Especially, I'm talking about if you want to hook viewers. But see, there's that feeling that they have that as long as you just put the name Star Wars on it, the people will come. And to some degree that's true, because curiosity will bring us there to check it out and everything. But then, you know, if you can't keep us, then guess what? You have yet another bomb on your hands. Solo, anyone? So anyway, those are my first impressions. Now, can it win me over? Yeah, sure, who knows? Like I said, I'm going to look at it. You know, who knows what I'm going to see. But my first impression, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm just not. There was no goosebumps. I felt nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, and as for my son, you know, by that time he'll be 10 years old. As for my well, he's 9, but he'll be 10 in October, by October. As for him, well, shit, he's still watching Teen Titans Go. Guys, I know. Okay, but one thing I will say, because we did see the Teen Titans Go movie. Yes, I know, guys, don't even say it. But we saw it, and the best thing I can say, why I prefer the Teen Titans Go movie to anything else that's going on with DC, by the way, little side note. In the Teen Titans Go movie, there is no fuck Batman. Fuck Batman. Guys, you know, I never talked about that, but fuck Batman? Really? Oh. Anyway, like I was saying, Star Wars Resistance is futile. October 7th, the Disney Channel. You guys, let me know what your first impressions are, what you think, what your hopes are. And I know our hopes are pretty much in the fucking toilet by now. But, you know, get at me in the comment section. And once again, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all the people who comment, all the likes, all the shares. You guys are the absolute best. I love you all. And I will see you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.